Good afternoon. This is Akashvani. I'm Naresh Mago with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi concludes Japan visit after participating in G7 summit, departs for Papua New Guinea on second leg of his three-nation tour. Prime Minister Modi invites Quad leaders to India for the Quad summit next year. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar to visit Kerala to inaugurate Silver Jubilee celebrations of Legislative Assembly building in Thiruvananthapuram tomorrow. Akashvani News to launch weekly news bulletin in Gondi dialect in Chhattisgarh from today. In Italian Open tennis, Elena Rybakina clinches women's singles title. Holger, Rune and Daniil Medvedev to clash for men's singles final. And in IPL Cricket, Mumbai Indians to take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Mumbai, while Royal Challengers Bangalore to lock horns with Gujarat Titans in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has departed for Papua New Guinea after participating in the G7 summit in Japan on the second leg of his three-nation tour to Japan, Papua New Guinea and Australia. He will jointly host the third summit of the Forum for India-Pacific Islands Cooperation jointly with his Papua New Guinea counterpart James Marape tomorrow. The forum was launched during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Fiji in November 2014. The FIPEC includes India and 14 Pacific Island countries. These are Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Tonga, Tuvalu, Kiribati, Samoa, Vanuatu, Niue, Federated States of Micronesia, Republic of the Marshall Islands, Cook Islands, Palau, Nauru and Solomon Islands. Prime Minister Modi will have bilateral engagements in Papua New Guinea, including meetings with Governor-General Bob Dadai and Prime Minister James Marape. This is the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Papua New Guinea. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held talks with his UK counterpart Rishi Sunak in Hiroshima, Japan. They reviewed the India-UK strategic partnership and took stock of progress in India-UK Free Trade Agreement negotiations. Both leaders agreed to deepen cooperation across a wide range of areas such as trade and investment, science and technology, higher education and people-to-people relationship. Mr. Modi also held fruitful talks with Brazilian President Lula da Silva on the sidelines of the G7 summit. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, India and Brazil will keep working together to deepen trade ties. They discussed diversifying cooperation in sectors like agriculture and defense. The Prime Minister attended a working session on Toward a Peaceful, Stable and Prosperous World at the G7 summit in Japan's Hiroshima. In his opening remarks at the session, Mr. Modi said the situation in Ukraine is an issue of humanity and human values. He said India has always been of the opinion that any tension, any dispute should be resolved peacefully through dialogue. At the Quad summit, Prime Minister Modi highlighted how India's approach to demand-driven development cooperation with the region was contributing to these efforts. He emphasized the importance of consolidating Quad's constructive agenda and delivering tangible outcomes for the region. Mr. Modi also invited Quad leaders to India for the next Quad summit in 2024.
2024 में क्वाड लीडर समिट का आयोजन भारत में करने में हमें खुशी होगी। मेरा मानना है कि क्वाड वैश्विक भलाई, मानव कल्याण, शांति और समृद्धि के लिए निरंतर प्रयास करता रहेगा।
Mr. Modi visited the Peace Memorial Museum this morning, where he observed the documented exhibits and signed the visitors' book. The Environment and Climate Sustainability Working Group meeting under India's G20 Presidency began in Mumbai this morning. Our correspondent reports that the meeting is a critical step in fostering the efforts of the G20 countries, invitee countries and international organizations towards a sustainable and resilient future.
Ocean 20 Dialogue, a side event in the ECSWG meeting, is currently underway. The deliberations are aimed at working towards well-being of oceans, addressing the need to make conscious efforts towards reversing damage to them and protecting our marine resources. Delegates are discussing on various aspects of blue economy. Earlier in the morning, Governor of Maharashtra Ramesh Bass, Union Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change Ashwini Kumar Chaubey, and Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde, along with G20 delegates, took part in a mega beach cleanup campaign at the Juhu beach. Prarthana, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
The city of Srinagar is all set to host the third Tourism Working Group meeting of G20 members from the 22nd to the 24th of May. It is the first such international event since J&K became a union territory in 2019. The event is part of a series of meetings ahead of the G20 summit in New Delhi in September this year. The event, which will take place at the Sher-e-Kashmir International Conference Centre on the banks of the famous Dal Lake, is expected to have a positive impact on the tourism and trade sectors of the region. More than 100 delegates, including at least 70 representing G20 member states, are expected to participate in the meeting. They will be taken on a tour of the beautiful tourist places of Kashmir along with Dal Lake after holding deliberations with stakeholders in the tourism sector on the first day. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. As the Narendra Modi government is completing 9 years in office this month, Akashvani News is bringing a series of special stories on the initiatives taken by the government. Today, we take a look at the G20 Presidency that India assumed from Indonesia last year in December. Our correspondent reports that under the G20 Presidency, India has been hosting over 200 meetings in over 50 cities across 32 different work streams and offering G20 delegates and guests a glimpse of India's rich cultural heritage and providing them with a unique Indian experience. Nearly 43 heads of delegations will be participating in the final New Delhi summit in September this year. The theme of India's G20 presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future. A report.
Under the G20 presidency, India will give its top priority to issues including green development, climate finance, and lifestyle for environment, and accelerated, inclusive, and resilient growth. Accelerating progress on sustainable development goals, technological transformation, and digital public infrastructure, multilateral institutions for the 21st century, and women-led development are the other issues which will also be given equal focus. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in one of his monthly Mann Ki Baat episodes on radio, also talked about the importance of G20 presidency for India.
G20 की अध्यक्षता हमारे लिए एक बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी बनकर आई है। हमें इस मौके का पूरा उपयोग करते हुए विश्व कल्याण पर फोकस करना है, चाहे पीस हो या यूनिटी, पर्यावरण को लेकर संवेदनशीलता की बात हो या फिर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की। भारत के पास इनसे जुड़ी चुनौतियों का समाधान है।
The Group of 20, G20, is an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 countries which represents around 85% of the global GDP, over 75% of the global trade, and about two-thirds of the world population. The G20 was founded in 1999 after the Asian financial crisis as a forum for the finance ministers and central bank governors to discuss global economic and financial issues. Naveen Kumar for Akashvani News, Delhi.
Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar will arrive in Kerala today for his maiden two-day visit to the state. He will offer prayers at the Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple in Thiruvananthapuram this evening. Tomorrow, Mr. Dhankhar will inaugurate the Silver Jubilee celebrations of the Kerala Legislative Assembly building in Thiruvananthapuram, where he will address the gathering and release a souvenir of Kerala Legislature International Book Festival 2023. Later in the day, the Vice President will also visit the Indian Naval Academy at Erimala in Kannur, where he will interact with the cadets. Union Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah commissioned 320 buses of the State Road Transport Corporation in Ahmedabad today. He is scheduled to inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of various civic projects worth 360 crore rupees in Ahmedabad this evening. Among the projects to be inaugurated include a gymnasium and a library in the Naranpura ward of the city and a redeveloped lake at Charodi village in Ahmedabad. Apart from this, the minister will also inaugurate a modern organic testing laboratory for Amul-fed dairy in Gandhinagar. Mr. Shah will also inaugurate a national convention of the Modi community in Ahmedabad. A joint team of the National Investigation Agency and Jharkhand Police has arrested Dinesh Gopar, the mastermind of the Naxalite organization People's Liberation Front of India from Nepal. The Jharkhand Police had declared a reward of 25 lakh rupees on him, while the NIA had declared a reward of 5 lakh rupees. Police have been searching for the Naxalite in many cases for several years. Akashvani News is going to start a news bulletin in Gondi, a major dialect of a tribal community in Chhattisgarh from today. Chhattisgarh Governor Bishwabhushan Harichandan will virtually launch this news bulletin from Raipur this evening. Chief Executive Officer of Prasar Bharati, Gaurav Dwivedi, will address the function through video conferencing. Director General of Akashvani, Dr. Vasudha Gupta, will also attend the function to be held at Raj Bhavan in Raipur. This weekly news bulletin in the Gondi dialect will be broadcast every Sunday from 6:30 p.m. It will be broadcast from the Jagdalpur Akashvani Kendra, the divisional headquarters of the Bastar region of Chhattisgarh. This bulletin can be heard in all 7 districts of the Bastar division. Akashvani News has already started a weekly news bulletin in the tribal dialect Halbe in Chhattisgarh's Bastar division last March. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid tributes to former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi on his death anniversary. Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge paid homage to Rajiv Gandhi at Veer Bhumi in the national capital. Party leaders Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi also paid tributes to their father. The Common University Entrance Test CUEG Undergraduate 2023 has begun across the country from today. CUET is being conducted by the National Testing Agency NTA in computer-based test mode for about 14,99,000 candidates at various examination centers located in 295 cities across India. In our bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow, we will bring a discussion on career guidance and counseling for school students with Karnail Singh, Director Evaluation, National Institute of Open Schooling, and Neha Sharma, Principal, GD Goenka Public School, Ghaziabad. Listeners can seek answers from experts on opportunities and career options after 10th and 12th class. Listeners can dial the telephone numbers 011-2371-7106 and 011-2331-4444 from 9:30 p.m. onwards tomorrow. You may also send your queries on WhatsApp number 92890-94044. In Italian Open tennis, the men's singles final of the tournament will be played between Danish player Holger Rune and Daniil Medvedev of Russia at 7:30 this evening India time in Rome. Elena Rybakina of Kazakhstan won the women's singles title, defeating Ukraine's Anelina Kalinina 6-4-1-0 last night. This was Rybakina's second title of the year. In IPL Cricket, Mumbai Indians will take on Sunrisers Hyderabad at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai at 3:30 this afternoon. In another fixture, Royal Challengers Bangalore will play against Gujarat Titans at M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru at 7:30 in the evening. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi concludes Japan visit after participating in G7 summit, departs for Papua New Guinea on second leg of his three-nation tour. Prime Minister Modi invites Quad leaders to India for the Quad summit next year. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar to visit Kerala to inaugurate Silver Jubilee celebrations of Legislative Assembly building in Thiruvananthapuram tomorrow. Akashvani News to launch weekly news bulletin in Gondi dialect in Chhattisgarh from today. In Italian Open tennis, Elena Rybakina clinches women's singles title. Holger, Rune and Daniil Medvedev to clash for men's singles final. And in IPL Cricket, Mumbai Indians to take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Mumbai, while Royal Challengers Bangalore to lock horns with Gujarat Titans in Bengaluru. And with that, we end the midday news.